Along with the big Aristotle, Shaquille O'Neal, this is Ernie Johnson. Welcome to the NBA on 2K Sports. Tonight, it'll be the San Antonio Spurs going up against the Atlanta Hawks. You take a look at the Hawks. This is a big game coming up for them. They've dropped their first 2 games, and the last thing they want to do is open the season 0-3. That is not the way to tip things off. So is there any reason to believe, Shaq, that Greg Popovich won't have the Spurs right there in the hunt again this year?
The Spurs should be the favorite, Ernie. They have their core intact. I believe, Ernie, they're still hungry.
Yeah, they were driven really last spring by the thought of how close they came the year before. There's no revenge in the cards this time, however.
No revenge, but one word that comes to mind, Ernie, is unselfish. They play so unselfish from 1 through 15. These guys are very unselfish. They move the ball. They have to win.
One of the most incredible postseason performances in the finals by that San Antonio team last year.
I agree. You know, they came in with the revenge factor. They played very well. It won't be easy for them to repeat. However, if they play the same way they played all year, they're still my favorites.
Just about time to tip it off. We'll see you next time.
Welcome aboard, everybody. This is Wednesday Night Basketball of the NBA on 2K Sports. Kevin Harlan here along with Clark Kellogg and Steve Kerr. Looking at San Antonio, they took the win in their last game against the Suns in Phoenix.
Seemed like they hit every big shot they had in that game. Kevin, their offense was clicking, but really clutch in big moments.
That's ideally the way you want it to unfold on the road, Steve. Don't even give the fans a chance to get into the game.
All right, let's set the floor. Courtesy of Gatorade. All fueled up and ready to go. And so in the game for the Hawks, Millsap at power forward with Horford at center. On the wings, Korver and Carroll. And it's Teague in at the 1.
A lot of big things happened for Kyle Korver last year, but the one that sticks out in my mind is that he was able to tie and then break the record of 90 consecutive games with a made three-pointer. Says a lot about him as a player, his work ethic, and his consistency.
Now Parker really played well against Phoenix in his last outing. And here's Green outside. Horford with the rebound. San Antonio on defense. And for Korver last season, his streak ending at 127 games with a made 3. And it was his most efficient season, Clark, as far as his scoring.
Well, he was over 90% at the line, and he hit from everywhere on the floor. I mean, an absolute laser from behind that three-point line. You look at his shot chart, and it's a big field of green with made buckets.
And just over a minute played here in the start of the game. Duncan with the screen on Millsap. Here's Leonard, and he comes off the screen and slams it through.
Well, they ran a nice play there, Kevin, to set up the easy dunk.
Yeah, he got help from his teammate and ran his man right straight into the pick.
Yep, and that's the offensive player's job. Run him into the screen.
And it was a great pick, too, Clark. I mean, he may have lowered his shoulder a little bit, but he got him pretty clean. Boy, that was impressive, Clark. He did not hesitate to take the ball right up against the bigger defender.
Boy, I like that aggressive mindset there, Steve.
Now here's Parker. Outside Leonard. Right side Leonard. The pump fake kept the D off balance and gave him room. Leonard's got his second basket of the night. Here's T. Now about 2 minutes gone here in the first quarter. Into Al Horford. And the powerful one-handed slam. No challenge from the defense there, Clark. Could have put that one through any way he wanted.
And I love the choice there, partner, going hard to the hoop for that throwdown.
Yeah, that's invisible defense leading to a very visible finish.
Here's Parker after the basket by Atlanta. Kicks it to Green. Passes to Leonard. Just 5 on the clock. The shot is off. And it's the Hawks taking it the other way. Defeated by the Pacers in their last game, they'll try to put that one behind them.
They just couldn't get the ball in the basket that day, guys. No matter how many plays you make at the defensive end, it's hard to overcome such a lack of production offensively.
Yeah, the high-quality shots were few and far between for them, and they have nobody to blame but themselves. They need to work a lot harder to get good shots today.
Here is Parker, following the basket by Al Horford. Duncan kicks to Leonard. And that one's good. Leonard's got 6 points.
That was a nice finish to an excellent possession.
The Hawks have gone 3 of 5 shooting the ball so far. Teague kicks to Horford. That's good, and so Teague with the assist. And that's now 6 points for Al Horford. San Antonio trailing here. Parker outside. The shot is off. Great D that time from Teague. The Hawks have gotten 4 of 6 field goal attempts to drop in the first quarter. Lots of room. Horford. And Splitter pulls it down. And San Antonio shooting to start out this game about 43%. Green, no luck.
There's no getting around the simple fact that that's a shot he has to knock down.
Teague dishes to Korver. Back to Teague. Just 5 to shoot. Teague left side, on target from 13 feet. Teague's got his second basket of the game.
Coach Mike Budenholzer got early consideration for Coach of the Year award honors in Atlanta before a rash of injuries just sidetracked their season, but a promising young head coach, really sharp.
Now here's Leonard. He also had a big impact in that win against the Suns.
Boy, I tell you what, the D was way too soft right there, like Jello. You got to do better than that.
Clark, he's not the kind of guy you want to get in the way of.
No, exactly. I mean, he's a hard man to stop coming down the lane, but you've got to have good position before the play starts.
Millsap. Rebound, San Antonio. Coach Budenholzer still in his early 40s and led the Hawks to a scrappy performance in last year's playoffs.
I was very impressed with the job he did
too.
as the head coach of the Atlanta Hawks in his first season. They were forced to go small with the injuries along their front line, so he went with a spread out, small ball style of play, great spacing, movement offensively, and really was effective with it as they pushed the Pacers to the brink in that first round playoff series.
Now here's Teague, takes the elbow jumper and drains it. Teague's got 6 points.
And yeah, they're moving the ball now. 8 of their last 10 points coming off assisted buckets.
Steve, nothing makes a coach smile as much as pure, selfless teamwork.
Here's Green. Dishes to Splitter. Back to Green from 12 feet out. Here's Duncan. Another shot. And he lays it up and in. Duncan's got his first 2 points of the night.
Tell you what, they haven't wasted any time getting into the swing of things on the board.
Yeah, even though it's early, I mean, that's a great sign for them for the rest of the game.
Now here's Teague. He has 6. To the wing on the left. Carroll kicks to Millsap. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
Make it 10 of their last 12 points coming off assists.
Wow, are they moving the ball right now? They look good.
And San Antonio calls the first timeout of the game.
Amari Carroll last season a consistent starter for the first time in his NBA career. He really turned the corner with his three-point shot, providing a great complement to his high-energy play.
Boris Diaz checked in for Duncan. Parker passes to Leonard. Millsap with a double team. Leonard kicks to Splitter. And he takes the fantastic lead pass up strong for the slam.
Fantastic pass. He turned that one into a pretty easy basket for his teammate.
For Atlanta, they've gone 7 of 12 from the field here in the first quarter. And Carroll, known as the junkyard dog for his hustle style.
Really an athletic energy guy, Kevin. I mean, he can rebound, he runs, he finishes around the rim. Always a hard worker. So no surprise that he's been able to expand his game, be more complete offensively.
Parker's shot is off. The Hawks leading by 4. T kicks to Corver. Lets the 3 fly. And Splitter pulls it down. Splitter's got his 3rd rebound on the night. Parker with it. Picked up by Teague. Parker dishes to Splitter. Green left side. And that one's good. Green's got his first basket.
They are not rotating nearly quickly enough on defense down low. Got to get quicker there.
And even if it costs them some foul trouble, I mean, they need to start putting some bodies on bodies. Be physical. He has really put his foot on the pedal this quarter, doing a tremendous job leading their offense.
Spurs trail by 4. He kicks to Splitter. Diaw, the screen. Splitter passes to Parker. And the officials whistle a foul on the shot. The bucket's good. He'll go to the line. Some changes here for the Spurs. Matt Bonner, he's checked in for Splitter. Bellinelli comes in for Kawhi Leonard. And it's Ginobili in for Daniel Green.
Tony Parker, I don't think there's any question the best player ever to come out of France. In fact, back in the summer of 2013, he led France to the Euro Cup championship in Slovenia. Just a terrific performance there for Parker.
Here's Bazemore. He's coming off a 10-point game against Indiana. Parker kicks to Diaw. Parker outside. Diaw, the screen. Bellinelli dishes to Diaw. So they take the lead. And the Spurs lead by 1.
France has really produced some quality NBA players. You think about Boris Diaw, Nick Batum. Batum actually carried France in that title game against Lithuania.
Here's Bazemore. There's the double team with Ginobili. Scott to Bazemore. The rebound by the Spurs. And for Boris Diaw and Parker, they grew up together and they'd won a gold medal together in the U18 European Championships.
And for 13 years, they've tried to get that second gold medal. But I'll tell you, the quality of play around the world, Kevin, just continues to get tougher and tougher. And France definitely in that upper echelon.
And so it's Atlanta with it, following the bucket by the Spurs. They get it back. Grant, no good. They had a chance to end the run there.
I like the work there, contesting that shot that looked like it was going to be easy, but they forced the miss.
You know what? He got it in close, but couldn't finish in traffic.
Now here's Ginobili. He's coming off a 22-point game against Phoenix. There's the pick. That's a 2 from Bellinelli. That falls. Nice feed that time from Ginobili. The Hawks trail by 5. Clark, they've been looking out of sync offensively.
You know what? A basket here would do a lot for their confidence.
And now the first timeout called here for the Hawks.
Once again, Manu Ginobili defied age and was a force off the bench for the Spurs. Just when you thought he was slowing down, he seemed to find new ways to score and contribute.
Corey Joseph's checked in for San Antonio. With this break, let's show you the teams that led the league in assists last year. Number 1, the Spurs. The Hawks second.
Both these clubs so good passing the ball, and you look at the numbers from a year ago. Very unselfish teams.
They get a hand on it. One-on-one fast break. Here's Bellinelli. That's blocked. They retain possession. Out of bounds, Atlanta takes possession.
Now I'm taking a look at some stats here. Let's check out the numbers for Manu Ginobili. how his season went last year. It was around 12 points a game, 4 assists, and 3 rebounds.